Hello and welcome. Steel yourself for 31 thrilling questions crafted to test your wisdom. Not subscribed yet? Join our community today to access new quizzes every week, engaging educational content, and a fun learning experience. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest uploads. Your support means the world to us. Why wait? Start your journey with us today. What is the maximum number of players in a cricket team? 9, 10, 11. The correct answer is 11. Here's an interesting fact: the longest cricket match lasted 12 days, played in 1939 between England and South Africa. What is the length of a cricket pitch in yards? 18, 20, 22. The correct answer is 22. Here's an interesting fact: the first ever cricket game to be broadcast on radio was in 1922 in Australia. Which country hosted the first ever Cricket World Cup? India, Australia, England. The correct answer is England. Here's an interesting fact: cricket bats were originally shaped like hockey sticks in the 18th century. How many balls are bowled in an over in cricket? 4, 6, 8. The correct answer is 6. Here's an interesting fact: the highest score in a single over is 36 runs, achieved by several players, including Yuvraj Singh. What does LBW stand for in cricket? Leg before wicket, leg between wicket, leg behind wicket. The correct answer is leg before wicket. Here's an interesting fact: the first cricket ball was made of wool before leather became standard. What is the term for a bowler taking 3 wickets in 3 consecutive balls? Hat trick, triple wicket, three-peat. The correct answer is hat trick. Here's an interesting fact: Sir Donald Bradman had a career batting average of 99.94. Which format of cricket is played over 5 days? ODI, T20, Test. The correct answer is Test. Here's an interesting fact: Test cricket was first played in 1877 between England and Australia. Who is known as the god of cricket? Brian Lara, Sachin Tendulkar, Ricky Ponting. The correct answer is Sachin Tendulkar. Here's an interesting fact: the first women's cricket match was played in England in 1745. What does an umpire signal with both arms raised straight up? Out, 4, 6. The correct answer is 6. Here's an interesting fact: cricket was the first sport to have an international match, in 1844 between the USA and Canada. Which type of cricket involves 20 overs per side? Test cricket, ODI, T20, The correct answer is T20. Here's an interesting fact. The first T20 international match was played in 2005 between Australia and New Zealand. What is the name of the trophy awarded for Ashes cricket? The urn, the cup, the shield. The correct answer is the urn. Here's an interesting fact. The term Ashes originated after a mock obituary published in 1882 when Australia first defeated England. Which country has won the most cricket World Cups? Australia, India, England. The correct answer is Australia. Here's an interesting fact. The Cricket World Cup trophy weighs approximately 11 kilograms. What is the name of the boundary line on a cricket field? Rope, boundary line, crease. The correct answer is boundary line. Here's an interesting fact. The boundary line was first introduced to standardize scoring in the late 19th century. What is a golden duck in cricket? Getting out without scoring. Scoring 0 runs. Getting out on the first ball. The correct answer is getting out on the first ball. Here's an interesting fact. The shortest recorded cricket match lasted just 10 balls due to rain. Who was the first player to score 200 runs in an ODI? Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, Rohit Sharma. The correct answer is Sachin Tendulkar. Here's an interesting fact. The first ODI match was played in 1971 between England and Australia. What is the name of the fielding position behind the wicketkeeper? Slip, gully, point. The correct answer is slip. Here's an interesting fact. The term slip originated from the idea of a fielder catching a ball that slipped past the wicketkeeper. What is the term for scoring 100 runs in a single inning? Century, half century, double century. The correct answer is century. Here's an interesting fact. The first triple century in cricket history was scored by Andy Sandham in 1930. Which cricketing shot is also called a sweep? Cover drive, reverse shot, sweep shot. The correct answer is sweep shot. Here's an interesting fact. The fastest recorded cricket delivery was bowled by Shoaib Akhtar at 161.3 kilometers per hour. What does DRS stand for in cricket? Decision Review System, Direct Referral System, Decision Replay System. The correct answer is Decision Review System. Here's an interesting fact. The Decision Review System, DRS, was first used in 2008 in a test match between Sri Lanka and India. Which player holds the record for the fastest century in ODIs? A.B. de Villiers, Chris Gayle, Virat Kohli. The correct answer is A.B. de Villiers. Here's an interesting fact, A.B. de Villiers scored his record-breaking century in just 31 balls in 2015. Which bowler has the most wickets in Test cricket? Muttiah Muralitharan, Shane Warne, Anil Kumble. The correct answer is Muttiah Muralitharan. Here's an interesting fact, Muttiah Muralitharan bowled over 44,000 balls in Test cricket. What does the power play in cricket refer to? An extra over. Fielding restrictions. Bowling a maiden over. The correct answer is fielding restrictions. Here's an interesting fact, the power play rule was introduced in 1996 to make ODIs more exciting. Which country invented cricket? India, England, Australia. The correct answer is England. Here's an interesting fact, the first cricket club, the Hambledon Club, was founded in the 1760s in England. Who was the first batsman to score 10,000 runs in Test cricket? Sunil Gavaskar, Sachin Tendulkar, Don Bradman. The correct answer is Sunil Gavaskar. Here's an interesting fact, Sunil Gavaskar was also the first batsman to score 4 consecutive Test centuries twice. What is the term for a ball that spins away from a right-handed batsman? Off spin, leg spin, dusra. The correct answer is leg spin. Here's an interesting fact, Shane Warne's ball of the century was a leg spin delivery in 1993. What is a maiden over in cricket? Over with no runs. Over with 6 wickets. Over with only 4s. The correct answer is over with no runs. Here's an interesting fact, the longest maiden over in history lasted 131 balls, bowled by Bert Vance in 1990. Which country has the nickname the Black Caps in cricket? Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. The correct answer is New Zealand. Here's an interesting fact, New Zealand's cricket team wore all black to mirror their rugby team's tradition. What is the name of the equipment used by batsmen to protect their legs? Pads, gloves, helmet. The correct answer is pads. Here's an interesting fact, pads were first introduced in the 18th century to protect players from handmade cricket balls. Who was the captain of the Indian cricket team when they won the 1983 World Cup? Kapil Dev, Sunil Gavaskar, Saurav Ganguly. The correct answer is Kapil Dev. Here's an interesting fact, the 1983 World Cup final was watched by over 25,000 fans at Lord's. What is the maximum number of overs in an ODI match? 40, 50, 60. The The correct answer is 50. Here's an interesting fact. The first World Cup in 1975 featured 60-over matches instead of today's 50 overs. What is the distance between the stumps in cricket? 20 inches. 22 inches. 24 inches. The correct answer is 22 inches. Here's an interesting fact. Cricket stumps are traditionally made from ash wood for durability. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Stay tuned for more exciting content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Don't miss out.